Well, I've started a project of painting my 1991 Chevy C4 Corvette. And quite a job really, and to do the job right requires that a lot of the car be disassembled. So at this stage, I've got the hood off and the target top off. That was pretty easy. The front bumper fascia is off as well. And it's been some pretty ornery work dismantling this car, really. That's what the front bumper looks like without the fascia on it. Some of the hardest things to do are to take the mirrors off right here. Back in the 1960s, you could have a mirror off a car door in probably 30 seconds or so, but I spent about 4 hours. You have to take a lot of the door apart. Be able to get the remote control cable out as well. I took the glass off the rear hatch area as well. Allows you to get in and paint these recesses a lot better. I wasn't going to take the weather strip off, but finally decided to do it. It just gives you a lot better chance to get a nice, neat paint job in the recesses where the weather strip go as well. I did not remove the rear bumper fascia, but I did loosen up all of the bolts, all the fasteners that fasten the two together so that I can actually spring it out and break the joint between the two. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there'll be a gap there when I repaint it, and then I can bolt it back together and it'll look good. Of course, all the tail lights are out of it, and some of those are easy to get to, some of them are hard to get to. Side marker lights are out as well. So that's kind of what we're up to right now. As far as getting the paint off, I tried all kinds of things to do that. Most of it I just sanded off. There were about 3 coats of paint, or 3 different repaints on this car. So it was a lot of work. This front bumper fascia here, I actually found that using a heat gun I could peel a lot of the paint off of this. I tried the same trick on the rear bumper. It didn't work well at all. So the only thing I haven't tried is media blasting and chemical stripping. Mostly what I did is sanding, and a lot of that I did with, believe it or not, this little woodworking orbital. It just worked great. That and some self-adhesive 150 grit sandpaper I could cut into lengths and stick right on the pad of the sander. It just seemed to work really well. So we're getting close to the time where it's time to start putting some paint on the car. I'm going to prime it with epoxy, which basically will seal everything down, and then use a little bit of urethane primer surfacer to get things leveled up and straightened out, and then go with a base coat clear coat system. So maybe we'll do a little video here when we start the priming operations. But anyway, right now the old Corvette's pretty ugly.